Um, okay, yes, I do hear some background noise. Bill, can you mute out the call? Um, I'm doing this for my computer, and so this is a little bit different. I don't even know where the mute is on the computer. Um, it's a little bit, oh, different. Okay, perfect. All right, so just to give you guys some more quick announcements, we were talking about the conference January the 20th in Atlanta, Georgia at the Cobb Galleria. If you've not gotten your general admission ticket, then you want to go ahead and grab it. It's only $159. So for those of you that purchased the VIP tickets, congratulations on that. We're completely sold out of VIP. You will need to arrive at the Cobb Galleria at 8 p.m. before 8 p.m. on Friday evening. That's when the VIP dinner is going to take place. For everybody else that has a general admission ticket, don't worry. We have some exciting things planned for you. And you want to make sure that you arrive at the Cobb Galleria on Saturday before 10 a.m. So we've got a lot of things planned. We are expected to be there from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock. So it's going to be a power-packed day with a lot of information, innovation, technology, inspiration, motivation. I mean, you are going to run out of the Cobb Galleria and absolutely dominate in your area of expertise. So you definitely want to make sure that you are there. Okay, yes. So Camille, if you can put the host hotel information in the chat, just the name of the hotel, so that people can go ahead and reserve their spots. Got some people asking some questions on that. Don't worry, ladies. We have that all taken care of. So want to make sure that you tune into that. Also, last time we talked about the amazing membership portal that we have going on. So hopefully each and every one of you has taken advantage of that. If you have not created your profile, then you need to go on and create your profile. We sent you an email with a great video that I did myself, giving you step-by-step instructions on how to get your profile set up. So you will actually access that from Dr. Jewel's website, jeweltanker.com. You'll click on Millionairess Club, and then you'll be able to sign in, put in your email address that you've registered with the club, and then move from there. So one of the awesome advantages of utilizing the portal is you have access to the membership directory. So I know so many of you all have wanted to meet up with other millionairesses in your area, but you didn't know exactly who they were. So for those that have completed their profile, you'll be able to see all of the people that are in your area and meet up. And actually, that's what I'm challenging you to do. So got a couple challenges for you here. The first challenge is, if you have not registered for the conference, I want to challenge you to team up with another millionaires, find you a conference buddy, and agree to come to the conference. You guys, this is a sacrifice that's going to be well worth it. You're a part of this club, so you understand the benefit of association, networking, being in those environments that are going to push you forward towards greatness. The conference is one of those things. So maybe you don't want to go by yourself. Find you a conference buddy, get your ticket, and make sure you are there. The second challenge that I want to challenge you guys is to meet up with at least 2 other millionairesses in your area. Now, in order to know who they are, you're going to have to fill out your profile as a part of the membership directory and then find those other people in your area. I know Bonnie in Dallas has done a great job with placing some things in the chat of some events that some of the Dallas ladies are already deciding to get together and participate in. So kudos for that. Anybody else in your area, you guys, we definitely have some things that we're going to put together, kind of some standardized things that you guys can participate in for the ladies in your area. But you don't have to wait for us. You can at any time get with other millionairesses in your area. It's a significant part of being a part of this club. So the club is much more than just receiving information that's going to grow your wealth portfolio. But as you know, your network is your net worth. So it's not just about what you know, but it means everything who you know. And so this is an opportunity for you to really get to have personal relationships with people that are like-minded, that are moving in the same direction where you're going, and to maximize those relationships. So we want to cultivate these relationships, take them off of Telegram and actually have some face-to-face interaction. Let's get some brunches going, some lunches going, some movie nights, some vision board parties. I don't know. Just make it happen, get together, and then you guys will be able to collaborate on business and just dream building and all of that. So make sure that you're cultivating those relationships. Okay, also the next Millionaires Club chat is going to be on October the 22nd at the same time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So be sure that you go ahead and mark your calendars for that. And I believe that's it. Dr. Jewel, I know you're waiting at the edge of your seat in order to greet the millionairesses and then pass it over to Josh. So,
hey, absolutely. I'm right here. Can you hear me, Shia?
yes, loud and clear.
All right, great. Thank you so much for always doing an amazing job with the announcements tonight. That was great. Thank you so much for that and just all your hard work. We were meeting earlier, the team and I, and collabing and creating and coming up with ideas. And I'm always, as I travel about, I'm always looking to implement things that are going to help take you to the next level. So I just want to remind you, first of all, I don't take it for granted that you answered. I believe you answered the call. There was a mandate on your life, which is why you were attracted to the club in the first place. You were attracted to the club in the first place because there's a mandate on your life. And because there's a mandate on your life for millions, there's a mandate on your life for billions. And so as a result of that, know that even in times where you get information, never ever allow yourself to feel overwhelmed. That's just a part of you being stretched. That's a part of you saying, listen, you know what? I've got to continue to stay around this kind of environment so that I can hear things that provoke me to increase, provoke me to expand, provoke me to take my wealth portfolio to the next level. So just remember that. So even if, you know, something happens and you're like, oh man, I don't know if I can do that right now. Remember, building wealth is a process. It's not a one-time event. It doesn't happen just every now and again. It is an ongoing process. I was watching this cartoon tonight. I can't even remember. Simon, what was the name of that cartoon? Milana. We were watching a cartoon, Milana, and it was so cool. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it was really prophetic. She's like this island girl, and they found out that the island was drying up, and she had to go to the other island, which she had never, ever been outside of her island, ever, ever, ever. And so everybody was telling her, even her dad, everybody was saying, you can't go over to this other island. And she said, but if I don't go over to this other island, Dad, then our island is going to die. So she realized that where she wasn't enough. And because they had had bad experiences when people left the island before, some people left their life, her dad was so afraid. Well, she ended up listening to her grandmother's wisdom, telling her, listen, you know, they said the ocean chose you, but you know, anyway, so she ended up going to the other island. But on her way there, she had a lot of turbulence, she had a lot of upsets, she had a lot of unexpected things, she had a lot of distractions. She had all kinds of things that were coming her way in her family, with her friends, people who didn't understand her. Just understand that when you're called to greatness, don't expect everybody to understand you. Don't expect for everybody to like it. Don't expect for other people to applaud you along the way, which is why I think Millionaires Club is so extremely valuable, just because I know it's a good movie, isn't it, Joyce? Just because, and then of course she ended up, facing her fear right in the eye. And at the end of the day, she was the reason that she saved the island. And so for many of you, you are the Esthers in your family, you are the Ruths in your family, and that if you don't go, then it will not happen. And so just know that, I don't know what may be going on in your life right now. I don't know what maybe transition you may be in, or maybe you're very uncomfortable, but I just want you to know that you're not alone, that you don't need everybody to understand you. People will go from asking you, why are you doing what you're doing, to how did you do it? So always know that anytime you're a trailblazer or a forerunner, that it's going to take courage. It's going to take boldness. People will question those things, and that is okay. That's why I believe that God created this organization, because he's raising up cash and asset millionaires. And as exciting as that sounds, and you get tingles and bumps and just the thought of all of that coming to pass, understand that that road may not always be smooth, that there may be things that happen along the way that will resist you in getting there. But this is why persistence and consistency is probably one of the two greatest attributes that I would tell anybody is necessary for success. You must develop tough skin, and you must make a decision, and you must learn to stick with your original decision, okay? So just that reminder. I also love how you all celebrate one another. Amanda's birthday was today. You all were getting on there, giving her love, and that was amazing. Amanda was actually one of the first Millionaires Club members, and then also Chanel's new book is out. I'm so proud of her. I saw you all getting on there and telling her congratulations for, stepping out and telling her story as an author, and gorgeous cover she has there. I did the 4-4, really proud of her. So what am I saying? I just love how you all are celebrating one another, loving one another, looking for every opportunity to say great job. Never, ever, ever think, because this is the thing that happens a lot of times with successful people that I'm going to bring on our guests. But a lot of times people feel like when you're successful and you're doing well, that you don't need encouragement. Like, oh, you just always win. Oh, you're good. You're good. Or this. But I found in my life that some of the people that are closest to me, that I tell, and I'm naturally an encourager. It's a gift that I think that God has given me, and I try to encourage people. I don't care what they're doing, in some kind of way. When they're in my presence, I want them to leave better. And what I found is that some of the most successful people that I now have a very close relationship with, that's what I do. And they always tell me, gosh, thank you so much. And you be thinking to yourself, do you really need me? But yes, people do need you. They do need you to tell them, great job. That's awesome. That's amazing. Don't ever, ever get tired of doing that. I try to do that with my family, my staff, people that are close to me. I want people to know that I celebrate the gift that's in you. I see the gift that's in you. You're valuable, and you're doing an amazing job. So let's continue in that celebration. Let's continue to celebrate ourselves. Let's continue to celebrate one another. And that's what it's all about. And so anyway, I think I mentioned to you earlier this year that I was really praying and asking God to send us a resource. I was looking for a company that we could partner with and buy precious metals from on a consistent basis, because I believe that precious metals, gold and silver, are a huge part of having a healthy wealth portfolio. I think that every single person, definitely every woman, has gold and silver within their wealth portfolio. And so I was looking for that, and the team and I, we were calling this place or calling that place. I called some ones that I really looked to, like Mike Maloney love his company, watch a lot of his videos, but he did not have any kind of auto save program. You just have to buy it one time. And I called different ones, Liberty, Gold, and Silver, just some different gold and silver companies. And no one really had the business model that I was looking for, which was in particularly a place where you could buy, set up auto save, not just for gold. I had it for gold, but I was looking specifically for somewhere where I could plug you into where you could purchase gold and silver every single month and just put it on auto save for as little as $100. That was important for me because I wanted to make sure it was something that was affordable to you. Some of you may want to do $500 a month. Some of you may want to even be able to do $1,000 a month, but at least a minimum of $100 a month. Why? Because you look up, that time has gone by, and next thing you know, your wealth portfolio is all put together. So I was just having a conversation with a colleague of mine, and he mentioned this company to me, and I was like, okay, I want the number. I immediately want the number. One thing that I've learned, that when I hear something, I move out on it very, very quickly. My husband always says you have one speed, or two speeds, fast and faster. Well, I've learned to live out of my gut. If I hear something good, I want to go and explore. I am definitely an explorer. I'm definitely an explorer. I love exploring. I think it's important to continue to explore because you'll be so surprised at what's out there. There's no lack in the earth. It's just a matter of us connecting all the dots. And so found out about this company, had a great conversation with the owner, told him I wanted my own Millionaires collection, and that I was working with a phenomenal group of women. Love all women, but these women were particularly African-American, and I believe African-American women, you know, y'all, we popping right now. I told him it was so funny. He's a great guy, Caucasian, and I was like, you know, Black women are really popping right now. I was like, I don't know how he feels about that, but I think it's true. But, you know, God loves everybody, but you know. And so anyway, and so if you're another nationality on here, do not get offended. I'm just having fun. I love everybody. Jesus made us all, right? But anyway, we talked, we created, we had some really great ideas. And so he's going to come on tonight and talk a little bit about what we can do in terms of setting up autosave automatically by saving gold and silver. He's going to talk a little bit about the Millionaires Collection and what this company does, their depository, as well as you can have your own, you can actually set up a self-directed IRA. And the wonderful thing is all of these will be stamped with Millionaires Collection, reminding you that you are absolutely a millionaire. You might be in your darkest hour financially, but I promise you, some of you are going to go to bed in the pit and wake up in the palace. It's just the season and the time that we're in. So Josh, I want to thank you so much for coming on the call tonight. He's got some really great information he's going to share with us, some PowerPoint information. Very, very savvy, wealthy businessman, has been a part of several multi-million dollar projects. You guys know I don't bring on anybody here that has not been vetted and that is not credible because I love everybody, but I never ever get advice from a broke person unless they're telling you what not to do. And so he definitely has been vetted, definitely has a huge amount of success. And so he's going to talk to us tonight about how this program works. And for those of you that want to join in, I hope you do. I think it's important that you're actively accumulating wealth. So anyway, without further ado, Josh, are you there?
I am here. How are you this evening, Jewel?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you. It's really a pleasure to be able to be here tonight, especially with such a wonderful group of powerful women across the country. What an amazing opportunity for me to take a few minutes tonight and share with this Millionaires group, and really is a treat. So like Jewel mentioned, I'm one of the owners of a company called 7K Metals. We're a revolutionary idea in the precious metal space. It's really interesting to me. Jewel hit it right on the head. You know, Jewel believes in a similar philosophy that I do. I believe that if somebody really wants to have true security in the future, probably the only place that you could have some true security is to have some of your portfolio in precious metals, namely in gold and silver. And it seems like no matter where we go in the world today, someone's telling us that we should own some gold or we should own some silver, whether we turn on the TV, whether we turn on the radio, or whether we just see a commercial in a publication. There's somebody telling us every day we should have some. Maybe it's a financial planner or a financial advisor letting us know we ought to have 10 to 12% of our assets in real tangible gold and silver. But it's amazing to me how many people are not able to do it. And I have to stop and wonder oftentimes, why is it that people don't go get their hands on some gold and silver? You know, what are the reasons why people don't have this beautiful sound right here? You know, this is the sound that silver makes. You know, you can take a bunch of quarters and you can drop them in your hand, but they don't make that sound. There's a unique ting sound to silver. But you got to ask yourself why people don't have it, right? And I've studied for the last 5 years all of the characteristics of why people don't own it, what keeps them from buying it. And out of that was born 7K Metals, a company that was solely built on two premises. Number one, helping people be able to acquire precious metals at the best price in the world and dispelling the confusion that's out there in the precious metal space. And number two, helping individuals who've never been able to acquire precious metals to be able to do it, even if they don't have the extra disposable income to get started. And out of those principles was born 7K Metals, this idea that, you know, we believe everyone should own them. How can we get them in their hands? Well, first of all, you have to stop and ask yourself, what are the reasons why people don't own precious metals? Well, it's really quite interesting to me. Number one is because they're confused, right? They don't know where to go to get them. They're not sure who they can trust. You know, if you do see a commercial on TV and they got some highly paid actor, you got to ask yourself, well, how much money are they making on this stuff, right? How much are they marketing it up? And so there's a lot of distrust in the space. And then because of the advent of the internet, there are literally millions of people who've gone out and bought precious metals and had them delivered to their door. Maybe they showed up, maybe they didn't. And when they did sometimes show up, they took them in to get assayed and they found out they weren't legitimate, right? They weren't what they thought they were buying. So there's just a lot of confusion in that space. And so we've done something really, really simple, okay? We've changed the way people purchase precious metals. And here's how. See, traditionally, precious metals are purchased in a giant chain of events, okay? First of all, gold or silver, right? No man or no woman on earth can make it, right? They can't go make gold in the backyard or in the garage. You see, there's only one gold maker, right? There's only one person who put the gold in the earth, and that's God, right? That's who put it there. And men and women for 6,000 years now have been finding ways to pull it out of the earth. Once it gets pulled out of the earth, it ends up at usually the U.S. Mint, the Perth Mint, at the Canadian Mint, at the, you name it, right? At the Mexican Mint, okay? It ends up in a mint, usually of a foreign country or of a country. It then is turned into lots of things. For example, if you look at the screen now, right, there's an American Silver Eagle, okay? Likewise, its gold counterpart, right, a gold eagle, okay, that's 1 ounce of gold. It's 1 ounce of silver. Or it gets turned into bars, right? So here's a 10-ounce bar, right? That's 10 ounces of silver. Or it gets turned into big old bars, right? This is 100 ounces of silver. Now, I got to be careful not to drop this on the computer. This is quite heavy. But it gets turned into a product, right? The gold and silver gets turned into something, a coin, a bar. And then it goes to one of 9 authorized purchasers in the United States. 9 companies that can purchase directly from the mint. Those companies then turn around and they sell it to wholesalers, people that have wholesale buying contracts, okay? Those wholesalers then turn around and sell it to brokers, who then turn around and sell it to retailers, who then turn around and sell it to the public. Now, we live in 2017, right? That just seems like a lot of hands in the cookie jar, right? That's a lot of points of markup in the system. This is how precious metals have been purchased now for hundreds of years in the United States. You've got the U.S. Mint, you got the authorized purchasers, you got the wholesalers, you got the brokers, you got the retailers. We've just said there's got to be a better way, right? This system that currently exists only benefits the wealthy. It only allows the wealthy to purchase. So 7K Metals, we just changed the model. We've brought to the marketplace something we're all familiar with, but it's never been done in the space of precious metals. That being the wholesale buying club model or the membership model, right? Many of us have a Costco or a Sam's Club membership, or maybe a World's Gym or a Gold's Gym membership, right? Or a Netflix account. We're used to paying an annual membership fee to be able to get special privileges or benefits, right? So we brought the same model to the precious metals industry. We have an annual membership that allows you for this annual membership to buy gold and silver at the actual wholesale cost number, at the cheapest price on earth, okay? No one in the world has a cheaper price on gold or silver than we do. How are we able to do that? Because our model's different. We don't mark up the metals to make a profit. All we do is sell an annual membership. This annual membership allows you to buy any gold or silver at the very best price. Whether you're buying one Silver Eagle or whether you're buying 500 of them, right? It doesn't matter. You get the same price as somebody buying $1 million today as somebody buying one for $19, right? Doesn't matter. And that's the simplicity of what we do. Now, the other thing that we believe is super important, is there a chance, Dr. Ashia, that I could be made the host so I can maybe share a screen on my side? If so, that'd be great. I'm going to, oh, it looks like I got the button right here. Hang on one sec. One of the things as well that we do, right? So this is, for example, this is our shopping cart experience, okay? Once a member has a membership with 7K Metals, it's really simple. They log into their back office to where we have our products. For example, they would look here at this at cost silver tab. Maybe they want to buy silver rounds, right? It's as simple as this silver round is a generic piece of silver made by the U.S. Mint. It's at the very best price in the world. And currently, do you realize, some people don't even realize that you can start your collection of silver for $17.30. You can get one piece of silver today, 1 ounce of silver. You'll notice here as well that we actually offer a buyback price. This is unique too. So instead of going down to the local pawn shop and getting 30 cents on the dollar for your silver when you need cash, we actually give you the highest buyback price in the world as well. It's the actual wholesale buyback price, okay? We turn that right over to our customers as well. So if you need to liquefy your assets in a hurry, instead of being taken advantage of, you get the highest buyback price in the world. And so it's as simple as coming in here and going, you know, I might want a Silver Eagle. Well, right now it's $19 even for a Silver Eagle. I might want a tube of Silver Eagles. I might want a generic 10-ounce bar, right? You choose maybe what you want. But one of the beautiful things about our system that Dr. Jewell mentioned in the beginning is you can click on it and you get an option here. You get an option to buy it right now. Now, the markets are closed. We don't sell during off times of the market because of fluctuation in spot price. That's what this red box means. But you get an option to say, you know what? I want to start my collection of silver, and I know I'm not going to go down to the store every single month and pick some up. But, you know, I can afford $100. So, you know, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to pick up 5 of these coins, and I'm going to add it to my monthly auto ship. And I want it to come out on the first day of the month, and I want it to be 5 of those coins each month. And I hit the add button, and it's done. It's now added to my shopping cart. It's now going to come to my house every month. It's going to come just like clockwork every single month to my home, and there you can see it, right? And we're just going to ship you 5 of those on the first of the month. Because the key to success is always to find a way to put away a little bit of money every single month. Not to go out and buy $5,000 at a time or $20,000. The key to success is to take a little tiny piece, right? And why not do it at the very best price in the world? And why not get it for wholesale? We also, one of the things that's really interesting, I'm gonna share a different screen. We offer something in our company that's really powerful. It's called our Coin of the Month program. And actually, I'm going to come back to that in a second. So I'm going to show you something really quick. For those of you who know, some people, I get this question, Josh, why should I buy precious metals? What's the purpose, right? Why do I need them? Well, let me just share with you really quickly kind of the importance of them. No matter what your profession is or what you do to earn money, maybe it's your current job or your home-based business, or maybe it's part-time or full-time income, doesn't matter. Your current wages can never keep pace with inflation, okay? Your purchasing power is being diminished every single day. I often wonder if people kind of realize, if you just stop and think for just a second about this, that what you could buy for $20 10 years ago, you can't buy for $20 today. What you could buy for $20 100 years ago, you can't buy for $20 today. Inflation is when our paper currency doesn't keep pace with its buying power in the marketplace, meaning what it can buy you changes, right? So this is where precious metals are so valuable. So if you're taking notes, kind of kind of pay attention to this for a second. This is kind of unique. So precious metals are the only thing in the world that actually never diminish in buying power. I don't care if it's been 100 years, 200 years, or 1,000 years. We can go back in recorded history and we can see that an ounce of gold or an ounce of silver has never lost its purchasing power. For example, if you go back to the late 1800s, 1 ounce of gold, right? I showed you an ounce of gold a minute ago. An ounce of gold, okay, in the late 1800s was worth $20, okay? A $20 bill or an ounce of gold, same thing in the late 1880s. At that time, you could buy a custom suit, okay? I'll use that example. Sorry, ladies, I don't know the research of what a custom beautiful dress costs in 1880, okay? I will do some research. But in the late 1800s, a custom tailored suit cost $1,800 or cost $20 or 1 ounce of gold, or a high-end firearm cost that much money, right, at that time. Here's what's amazing. There's nowhere in the world that you could go buy a custom tailored suit today or a high-end firearm for $20 bill, right? But 1 ounce of gold is worth $1,260 today and can still buy those things today, 200 years later. More relevant than that, maybe some of you have this car, or you had this car, or you absolutely love or would love to own this car, okay? Or maybe your husband or boyfriend really would love this car too, okay? In 1965, you could buy a fastback Mustang, okay? One of the most iconic Mustangs ever made. In 1965, silver cost $1 an ounce, okay? So every ounce of silver was worth $1. You could buy a Mustang for 2,500 ounces of silver or $2,500, right? Does anyone think we can go down to the Ford dealership and buy a brand new Mustang today for $2,500? Well, absolutely not, right? It's an impossibility. But do you realize that the same 2,500 ounces of silver today could buy you exactly 2 Ford Mustangs, 2017s? That's the power of precious metals. They never diminish in purchasing power. The amount of goods and services it bought hundreds of years ago or thousands of years ago has stayed the same, okay? That's one reason why people tell you to invest in precious metals. I have people, I was with a gentleman today in church services who 3 years ago I told he ought to buy some precious metals. He was trying to save for a house, okay? He's an immigrant from Mexico, okay? And he's unbanked in America because of his legal status here, so he's not able to get to bank and put his money in the bank. And so 3 years ago, he came to me and said, Josh, I really want to buy a house. I know I need to save about $120,000 to buy a house. And at that time, he had $70,000 saved. He said, what should I do with this $70,000 of cash? I said, you need to go buy gold. And the reason, his name's Umberto. I said, Umberto, the reason you need to buy gold is because when you get ready to buy the house in 8 or 9 more years, that $70,000 will not buy you as much house, right? Inflation's going on in the housing market. They say 5% a year. Today, he has now saved $105,000, and it's all in gold. When he goes to cash it out, it will still be worth the same purchasing power, right? That's the power of precious metals, different than other things. And so those are just a few reasons why people would buy precious metals, because of their purchasing power. I'm going to skip ahead. I want to just show you something as well. We also offer something really unique in 7K Metals. We offer specialty one-of-a-time coin opportunities. Because of our buying power, there's a whole other side to the company that is collector-based. Because we have thousands of people buying together, right, every single month, we get the opportunity to buy once-in-a-lifetime unique opportunity products. And some people like just bullion. Bullion is loose coinage, right? 1 ounce of gold, 1 ounce of silver. Other people like to buy collectibles. Collectibles are amazing, okay? They have the ability to go up in value exponentially. They have the ability not to just be worth what their weight and content of silver or gold is, but to be worth more. We deal highly in the collectible market, and because we're getting a corner on that market, let me just walk you through what happens. We offer a program where we send people graded coins every month on a coin of the month program, where we send you a different graded coin every month or a silver eagle, whatever package you tell us to send every month. But because of that, we get once-in-a-lifetime unique opportunities. For example, up on your screen right now, this last summer, the South African Mint, for the first time ever, made a 1-ounce silver Cougarand. South Africa has made the gold Cougarand. It's a standard gold coin in the world that everyone loves. It's one of the most iconic coins. But this year, for the first time ever, they made it in a silver version. Our company, 7K Metals, received half of all of the first day issue Mint State 70 or perfect silver Cougarans. We sold those coins for $300 to our members at cost. Those coins now sell anywhere between $700 and $1,000 if you could ever find one on the open market in 4 months. Okay. So those are some options, some opportunities that we have. But I'm going to walk you through what that Coin of the Month program quickly looks like and just share with you kind of some of the value there. These are, many people get what we call our Coin of the Month is a MS70 or Mint State 70 coin sent to their home every single month. This coin is graded. It's been deemed perfect on a scale of 70, 70 being the highest. And we will send you one of these every single month if you sign up for our Coin of the Month program. Here's what that looks like, right? For one thing, it's a real tangible asset that has instant value the minute it lands on your door. And history has shown us that these coins have gone up exponentially in value, okay? That's the reason why we love them. In the year that they're minted, so right now in 2017, when you receive one of these 2017s, you could go out in the open marketplace and you might be able to find one in a second hand, like on eBay, right, for $60 or $70. We sell them for $98, okay? Now, if you get on eBay, I don't know if it's going to come to your door. Now, QVC, we're rapidly coming close to beating them. Probably within the next 3 months, we will sell more than QVC in the world. But QVC currently is the #1 seller of MS70 coins. They sell them for $130 every day, and they're the #1 seller in the world, and we sell it for $98. Okay, that's a great value. But here's what's really cool about those MS70 coins, okay? For example, right now, 2012s, they sell for $150. That's kind of middle-of-the-road normal in this space. The 1996ers are selling for over $6,000. The 1999s are selling for $19,000. Now, I have no idea what the 2017s are going to be worth. I have no idea. No one does. But history has shown us that they have always gone up in value, and the cheapest ones you can ever find are about $130 when they're 3 or 4 years old. And most of them range from $300 to $700 within 7 to 10 years. And here's what's really unique. I wish someone would have mentored me and told me in 1986 this little secret. Because in 1986, the U.S. government started minting them and grading them. And ever since then, here's the math, okay? Had we gone down and for the last 30 years we had purchased just one of these MS70 coins every month, Silver Eagles, we would have spent by now a little over $38,000. Okay, that's what we would have spent. Those coins are worth over $1 million. They're actually worth $1.6 million in the open market today. That is a amazing opportunity, okay? And so if the next 30 years end up being like the last 30 years, we can't afford to not take advantage of that because that is an investment vehicle that's amazing. So I tell everyone in the world should be on an auto ship program of one of two items, okay? We're looking at my own back office, right, of 7K Metals. I modified this to show you today. I just took it off. So I get what's called the variety coin sent to me the 26th of every month. I modified this so we could do a demo tonight. We now have those 5 silver rounds up there. I actually get a tube of 20 Silver Eagles every single month. It costs me about $500. And I stack them up for a rainy day. All I know is this. Precious metals are the only real money on earth. Ever since the 1970s, ever since the United States government decided to go off of what's called the gold standard, and they decided to make our paper currency not be backed by gold, we are only waiting for the clock to tick down to zero at the point when inflation and hyperinflation happen. And at that moment, the only real currency will be gold and silver. So I personally believe everyone should have some. Now, for those people out there who don't have the ability to purchase it, I realize that at any given moment in the world, there are many people that they can't even put away $100 a month. That's just so far out of their league. And for that reason, 7K Metals was started. Number one, we believe people should be able to buy it at wholesale at the very best price from a trusted source and have it delivered to their door for an annual membership. But number two, we believe that people should have the ability to refer people to our company. And if they refer them to our company, guess what? We're going to pay somebody a commission to refer people to us. And many people, over 4,000 now, have received referral bonuses from us that allow them to buy precious metals, maybe for the first time ever. So to us, that's a big deal because now we're putting precious metals in the hands of the homes that need it the most. People who've never been able to acquire it, never been able to keep it, who are building today a brighter future for tomorrow for them and their children, and going to be able to pass on a legacy to their grandchildren. Even if you never use the metals, you'll be able to pass something on to your children and your grandchildren that could really mean something for them. And so those are just some of the highlights of what we do. Our annual membership is $250 a year. It allows you to buy as much or as little precious metals, whether you want to buy one at the very best price in the world, you want to buy thousands, doesn't matter. There's no inequality scale here. A membership allows you to buy what you can buy. And we love it when people put it on their forget-me-not coin of the month program and their auto ship, and allows them to get it at the right price and at the right service. And so we really love what we have to offer, and we are so excited to team up with Dr. Jewel and the Millionairesses. And we are coming out with, on January 20th, a unique coin. So you'll see right here, this is what a graded coin looks like when it comes to your home, right? This coin, for example, has been graded by a company called NGC. This coin in my hand's a 2016 first day issue koala. Beautiful coin. Just so you know, 7K Metals, there was 526 of these minted and perfect coins in the world. We have 525, our people do. The supplier wanted to keep one. We are so excited on January 20th that we will be coming out with a Millionairess Club limited edition collection where the top of this coin will be the Millionairesses logo with individually numbered coins. The reason that's important to you is not only does 7K Metal get you specialty items, but here, by your virtue of being with Millionaires Club starting January 20th, I have no idea 20 years from now when the Millionaires Club is in the millions around the world and your impact has been felt globally because of your generosity and the things that you have done for humanity. What will someone say when they have the opportunity to buy a 2018 Millionaires Club coin? They will say, I have to get my hands on that because that group of women changed the world. And I have to have that for my collection. And what is that worth? The market will tell, but I can promise it will be something great. And so we're super excited for our partnership with the Millionaires Club and for all of you wonderful ladies that are here tonight. We would love to get with Dr. Jewel, and she can let you know how to, if she would like me to let you know how to get a membership, I can do that. And I can take any questions or field any thoughts or things there, Jewel, or anything else you'd like me to maybe cover tonight.
Yeah, no, that was great. I mean, at the end of the day, I've actually been saving gold and silver now probably for about maybe 7 or 8 years. And it's gone up in value. I was buying gold when it was $900 and something an ounce. Now it's up to $1,300 an ounce. And if you get to the point where you're accumulating so much gold, I do believe you need to have physical gold and silver on you. I don't believe you should ever put it in the bank or a security deposit box, but they have a depository. We also have gold and silver and a depository out of Delaware. And so 7K Metals now also has a depository. So if you start getting up in the large amounts of gold and silver, you can do that. But the key to building wealth, and I always say this, thank you ladies, this is really for all of us. This is really not mine. This is really a collection, like you said, for all of us, because all of us have a different sphere of influence where we can impact people's lives really all over the world. And certainly that influence and platform is expanding. But I think the key to building wealth is to start. I always say it starts with two things, an S word and a D word. S is start, and D, make a decision. You start where you are, and then you can always increase that later on. So let's talk, let's see, does anybody have any questions for Josh tonight? Any questions? Make sure you unmute.
Yeah, while you're waiting for a question there, I want to highlight what you just said. You know, it is so important to start. I love, I'm the father of 5 boys. My wife would love a daughter, but it never happened. And so with our 5 boys, it's been amazing to watch them. Each of them has had the opportunity over the last 6 years to start acquiring precious metals. And it's been amazing just to watch the difference. Instead of them just wasting their money, they go buy a silver coin every time they make $20. They go buy, they save up $150 to buy a 1/10 ounce gold coin. And so for me, that's just a heritage that's worth spreading in the world to every man, woman, and child.
Yeah, no, that's huge. And we have to teach it to our children. We have to do it first. And then I love that. He says he's teaching his children that, not to go out and buy Jordans or something else that is not an appreciating asset. He's saying, listen, I want you to develop a habit of saving gold and silver. So does anybody have any questions?
I do. Hi, Dr.
Hey,
Jewel.
Tony. Hi,
Yeah.
Dal.
How are you?
I'm great.
Listen, I do have a question. Are coins the only metals that are available? And are you also able to collect bullion bars, or is it simply coins?
Is that Tawny? Is that Tawny?
Tony.
Tony. Sorry, Tony.
That's okay.
So, yeah, you can buy bars. So I'm holding right now, this is a 100-ounce bar of silver. I can't wait for you to hold this on January 20th, okay? This thing is amazing. But we tell people, we give people, part of our membership is also education. And so it's one thing to be able to go buy it at wholesale, but it's another thing to be educated. You need to know what you should buy, right? And so we have a certified buyer's training that helps you to identify what you should buy, whether it should be, for example, that's a silver eagle, right? That's the currency of a sovereign nation. Well, you may want to buy this because there's no tax implications when you buy this. If this goes from $19 to $40, there's no tax income. Sheesh, I can't talk tonight. Tax problems. You don't have to pay tax because that's the coinage of a sovereign nation. For example, if you buy a silver round, like or a generic round, then you have the option where you have to pay tax if it goes up in value. Or this bar, this is a 10-ounce bar.
Okay.
I love 10-ounce bars because they're easy to store. This is only today worth about $180, so that's not too expensive to buy one a month or one a quarter.
Okay.
Tradable in the future. You might need to buy tires, right? Well, that's something you could go down and times got tough and got crazy. You could get a set of tires for 10 ounces of silver. But there is some tax implications with this because this isn't currency, right? If it goes up, you may have to pay tax on the difference depending on what you're right?
Okay.
So we teach people the difference, right? So I personally buy a little bit of all 3 types. I buy silver eagles because it's a currency of a sovereign nation. I buy generic rounds because it's just its weight in gold and silver, and bars. And then I buy collectibles because if times really got crazy and the world didn't know what was real, people didn't know what was real. And they said, hey, I don't even know if that coin you're giving me is real. This little package right here by NGC, everybody on the planet knows not only is this coin being graded perfect, but it's real and it's 1 full ounce of silver. So it's just a matter of identifying what to buy, what's best for you, and how much to have in each one. But yeah, that's part of our process is that education. So great question.
Okay. Thank you.
You got it. Now, if there's any other questions, that'll be great. We also, Zita on the referral program, we can check out. Yeah, so looking at the questions there. Dr. Jewel has a website, 7K Metal. If you go to 7kmetals.com, you can learn more about the program, watch the videos. There's 3 or 4 videos there. If you're prompted and you want a membership and you want to get started, Dr. Jewel and her team is Jewel T is the username. So maybe I'll just show that on the screen. Would you like me to share that, Jewel, where that is?
Yeah, sure. And I just wanted to let the ladies know, I always bring you things that I'm doing. Here's my 100 ounce right here.
Woo!
And
look at that 100 ounce. Hey, so how fun is it to hold 100 ounces of silver, Jewel?
Oh, it's extremely heavy.
It's extremely heavy.
It's extremely heavy. And then I've got some 5 ounce that you
Bars.
can get from all these are available
in the shopping
through
cart.
7K.
Yeah, that is awesome. I'm going to share my screen real quick again, and I'm just going to pull up what this will look like. So when you go to 7kmetals.com, it'll look like this. There's some things here. You scroll down. There's some videos about a little bit about introduction to metals, coin of the month program, how it works, some testimonials, some sample pricing of current products. If you want to know more about the referral program and those things, there's a tab up there that explains that. If you want a membership, you click join us, and it will automatically prompt you that you have to have a referral code. Okay, there's no way to get a membership without a referral code. And the referral code that Jewel has set up right now is Jewel T. That's Jewel T. We'll get that in the chat box. And when you click the go button, it will pull up a page that looks like this. Again, the videos are there. You'll know you're in the right spot because of Dr. Tankard's information at the top. And the videos are there again, so you can re-review them before you wanted to take a look. So that's how simple that is. And I'd encourage you to go check that stuff out and just take a look there.
Hey, also I want to say that somebody asked if they could come to your company. Yeah, they're in Utah, and if you want to go out and see.
We're in Idaho Falls, Idaho.
That's right.
3 hours north of Salt Lake City, Utah, and we love for people to come out to our company. We absolutely love it.
All right, great. What's the best way to street metals? I would say just starting as an investor, just keep them in a safe place. In a safe place, whether it's in your home or, and then I think once you get to a certain amount, you need to keep some in the depository. So Josh, I don't know.
Yeah, I fully agree. So I always say, if you can't hold it, you don't own it. Okay. So I believe you should own it. You should keep it at your home, in a safe or in a shoebox hidden away. Now, don't go tell people you got it. Don't go out and tell the neighborhood you got some gold and silver under the bed. That's not wise. Now, if you live in a place, I had some gentlemen on the phone the other day. They live in the Bronx, and really wealthy people, and they live in the Bronx. And they said, Josh, I cannot take possession of this. And so they sent it out. We have a contract with the depository in North Dakota. And in Salt Lake City, Utah. So we'll gladly team you up with depositories if you'd like to store it there. You have a great question here by somebody that says, why not in a safety deposit box? Now, so for any bankers on the call tonight, don't get mad at me, okay? I'm going to refer you to a document. You're going to go check it out, and then you're going to go, oh, my goodness. If you actually read the FDIC law, when you put something in a safety deposit box in a bank, the actual FDIC law states that if the bank goes into default, every asset in the bank's vault in the boxes is collateral of the bank and can be used to pay off creditors. So ever since they changed in 2009 that law, I pulled everything out of safety deposit boxes. And Lehman Brothers actually did it in 2009 in certain banks. They liquefied boxes. So not my deal. So that's why go check it out. Just don't believe me. Go check it out.
Yeah, and if you think about it, look at what happened in Greece. They shut the banks down. And when the banks were opened back up, some people's balances were off. So, that right there, the hit and a half, all right? Okay, any other questions?
And
any other questions?
I have one more question. Will we know what the price of the memberships is? Will we go to you, Dr. Jewel, or
is that... So the membership, you pay one time $250 for the year. It's an annual membership, and then you can set up auto save for a minimum of $100 a month, which will give you an ounce of pneumatics silver coin. Pneumatics is actually a little bit stronger in value than bullion. If you want to save bullion, you can as well. But what they encourage is the one coin collector coin a month, which is a 1 ounce numismatic silver ounce. And Josh, I don't know if there's anything else you want to add to that.
No, and that's just perfect. So we encourage you to at least do the one numismatic coin a month, our coin of the month. And then if you would like some bullion to add it to your order, and we'll ship it out to you every single month. And so, yeah, great question. And $250 annual membership. And we don't charge monthly or those things on top of it. And if you want to just buy bullion, it's $250 a year. You can do it. And we literally have thousands of people. This is what's interesting. When we built the model, we were told by the largest banks in America that if we just offered a membership, if we just offered this membership and we paid no referral bonuses and we had no coin of the month opportunities and we just sold memberships $250 a year to buy at wholesale, that they could sell us 100,000 memberships a year. And we said, you know what? No, thank you. That's not the model we're in. We don't need to sell 100,000 memberships a year to wealthy men and women around the country who already buy gold and silver. We need to get gold and silver into some people's hands who are trying to become wealthy, who are trying to make the step. And so we told them no. We would really rather help somebody just get started and start doing it. So great question.
I have one question. I'm so sorry, Dr. Jewel. And one question, this is Tamara. The numismatic silver that you said we can get a month, is that the one that has the tax implications or no?
Would you say that one more time? I was trying to read. I'm a man. Dang it. I tried to read the chat and listen. I'm apologize. I'm a man. I screwed up. Go ahead. One more time.
That's okay. The numismatic, I believe that's how you say that word. Is that the silver that does have the tax implications if it increases in value?
That's a great question. Yeah. So it does not have tax implications because it is a coinage of a sovereign nation, and it actually is currency. And because it's currency, it doesn't have that. So that's a great question.
Great.
I'm going to answer a question out of the chat box, if that's okay, real quick. Jewel says, Mr. Anderson, what about the law of Executive Order 1602, where the government comes in and seizes metals, which has not been overturned? Wouldn't it be a red flag for most Americans to start purchasing these metals in mass quantities in face for it to be taken? So this is interesting. That's a great question. Okay. So during the Great Depression, the United States government came in and said it's illegal to own gold and silver. Okay. And they came in and they confiscated gold and silver from people, and they made them cash it in for actual currency. Now, luckily, in 1986, we had what's called the Gold and Silver Bullion Act by Ronald Reagan, where he signed into law, number one, that the federal government could no longer confiscate they didn't go in and overturn 1602. They didn't overturn that old ruling, but he came in and superseded it with a ruling in the Gold and Silver Bullion Act that you can look up and read online. You can just type in Gold and Silver Bullion Act and you can get it and you can read it. But one of the things that they outlined in there that he said was of paramount importance was that the American people have the right to own gold and silver, and that the U.S. government must produce as much gold and silver eagles as public demand. Now, so that's really powerful. Unfortunately, the next part states that not only the American government must produce as much as the public demands, but that $2 of every silver eagle coin must go to pay the national debt. Now, we know since 1986 they have not taken $2 of every silver eagle sold and paid off the national debt. So they're choosing to only follow certain parts of that law. But go check out the 1986 Gold and Silver Bullion Act, and that'll help definitely answer your question. So thanks.
Okay, anybody have any other questions? I like what LaWanda said. She said she did her research before. Yes, girl. That's right. Anybody else have any other questions?
And Jewel, I'm gonna type in the chat box my email address. If anybody has anything that I can help with, I've given a commitment to the Millionairesses that I'm here to help in any way that I can help answer any bullion questions or any questions about that you might have. So if you think of some other questions or you have something that you want answered, shoot me an email and I'll make sure that we get you taken care of and get you answered. Okay.
All right, that was great. So again, these are things that, Josh, I appreciate you coming on tonight. Does anyone have any other questions before we get ready to let Josh go? All right. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. We'll be talking
Thank you.
soon.
You guys have a great night.
Okay, good night. All right, ladies. So I'm glad that you were on, you took notes. And again, the whole point is that you want to make sure you put yourself in a position, especially as we're going into fourth quarter financially, and to say, hey, what have I accomplished this year? What are some things that I still need to do? And this is one of those things that is good. I'm set up on autosave. I bought in bulk, and I think that's important to buy in bulk. Some of you might say, hey, I want to buy in bulk from them. But I also, even if you buy in bulk, I still recommend autosave because it needs to happen automatically. Because, it's like out of sight, out of mind. You might think, well, that's something I'm going to do all the time. That's why they have automatic withdrawals now for, like, a lot of you set up the stash account to start saving money that's invested in the stock market. The reality is you have to set up things on automation. And $100 is very, very minimal amount to get started. So any questions for me on anything before we get ready to finish tonight? Any questions for me at all tonight? What are you all thinking? What are you ladies thinking?
Jewel, what was the name of that coin that's not taxable?
Does somebody remember that?
It was the numismatic silver ounce.
Yes, thank you.
Yep, numismatic, yep.
Yeah.
And that's nice because that's what you get. That's what they recommend you do on autosave, $100 a month. That's good. All right, anybody else?
Dr. Jewel?
Yes.
Hi, it's Minister Latanya.
Hey, lady.
My question was, how does the packaging come to you? Is it identifiable in any way?
It's gonna just come. No, I mean, it's just gonna come. Oh, you're there, Josh. Yay. She said,
Yes,
how's the package gonna come to you?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, it comes in a non-discrete, non-packaged stuff. So anytime you get gold or silver, it comes where if it's less than $300, you have to sign. If it's less than $300, it can be left at your door. It is insured, and there's no markings on it. And then if it's more than $300, it comes UPS, FedEx, and it has to be signed for. And again, it's just in a perfect brown wrapped package, no markings.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, great. Any other questions for me? Thoughts? What are you thinking? I love to know that you're thinking.
Well, Dr. Jill, I'm just trying to get a mind shift now from the bullions because that's what we had heard and now I'm thinking in terms of the coins. And I'm glad to hear now that that the bullions are being taxed because I thought that was the route to go. So this was good information for me. And
yeah, absolutely.
I'm really excited that it's not overseas because it took me like 8 weeks to get my first bullion. And I was like waiting by the door for the mailman. And so this is better now that it's in the United States.
Yes. How long can they expect it to take to get to them? Can they set it up? Once they set up their autosave, can they have it shipped to them every quarter or every 6 months or every month? We talk about that?
Yeah, so we'll ship it. We ship when the order's placed. We ship it. We inventory a large amount in our Idaho Falls warehouse, and so depending where you are in the country, we let you know that anything that's on auto save, you'll have within 3 to 5 days at your home. Anything you buy just on the website can take as much as 10 business days, but that's the max is 10 business days, and that's the longest any shipment would ever take to get to you.
Oh, wow. This is great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Mr. Anderson, I know that some people have concerns about shipping their gold and things because they feel as if the intrinsic value will be eaten up in the shipping costs. Can you debunk that myth?
Yeah, so you're I'm gonna make sure I understand your question. So that you're saying that the cost of shipping will take up the price will increase the price of the product. Is that maybe?
Or reduce the value? You're spending money to get it shipped to you. Will that eat up? And you know what I'm saying? Will that offset the value? Maybe I'm just not explaining that correctly, but some people prefer to have their gold, not shipped to their home as a way of saving on shipping.
Yeah, I would tell you this, right? Have it shipped to your home. We're talking shipping on the numismatic side. On the coin of the month, we don't charge you shipping. It's just included, right? So there's no additional cost. Now, if you go to the website and you purchase $500 in bullion today, let's say it's Silver Eagle coins, boost, right? Yeah, we're going to charge you like $5.25 to ship it. I'm telling you, it's worth $5.25 to have it in tangible possession. It doesn't take much space to store gold or silver. If anyone's ever held, for example, if you've ever held $20,000 in gold, it fits in the palm of your hand. It's one of those things where it doesn't take much space. And I'm telling you, pay a little shipping and have it in your possession, because if things go crazy, if they ever get out of hand, or if you ever need cash now, you're going to want to have it in your possession. So a little bit of shipping is well worth it.
Great. Thank you.
I have a question, please. What about if you have a 401k and you wanted to use some of that money to get some gold with?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. Is that Joyce?
Yes.
So Joyce, one of the things that we've just set up is a strategic partnership at 7K Metals for all of our members to be able to roll over self-directed IRAs and buy them in tangible gold and store it at your home. And we're going through the same process right now with 401ks. We've vetted now a little over, I think we vetted 13 companies, and we make the final decision in about 10 days on which of those companies we're going to enter into a strategic partnership, because there is a mechanism whereby you can take some of your 401k money, turn it into tangible gold and silver that you keep in your possession, not go through a custodian, and convert it without the tax implications. And so we're finalizing those agreements right now with the corporate office, and we'll have a really good solution for you within the end of the month of October.
Great. Thank you.
I have a question, Mr. Anderson. I'd like to know about your gold and silver as far as if it's LBMA, and then also what mint is your gold and silver refined from?
Oh, that is a great question. So what we do is we don't go out and we don't hire mints outside of, we do mint our own coinage, right? 7K Metals coins, but those are more for collector's value. We have the mints of the world, right? The actual government mints of the world are beating down our door every day. So we do business with the United States Mint. We do business with the Perth Mint in Australia. We do business with the Austria Mint in Austria. We do business right now with the Canadian Mint in Canada. They are right now competing for our business. We also do a limited business with the Chinese Mint. They're right now competing on a large scale for our business. You have to understand something. Outside of QVC and the Home Shopping Network, in literally the last 12 months, we have went from no one to the second largest consumer of numismatic coins on earth. Okay. By the end of the first quarter, we will be the #1 consumer of numismatic coins in the world. That gets the attention of everyone in the space really quickly. Because of that, we've been able to leverage some really cool things. And I believe in 2018, we're going to be doing some really neat strategic things with the Canadian Mint in particular, where they are in serious negotiations with us. They would like us to only sell their products because of, and they're being very proactive on their pricing structure for us. But what I'm getting at there is we only buy from those mints, okay? And the reason, those mints are the mints of the world who are tried and true. Their product is tested every day and assayed every day. And when you get a product from the Canadian Mint, for example, it's 4 nines in purity. That's 0.9999 purity. It's the purest coins in the world. The United States coins are 0.999, 3 nines. And so we only do business with those people because we are in the integrity business. We can't afford to ever ship a product to someone's door that's not exactly what it purports to be. So I don't go out and do business with local independent mints and around the world. We do them with the big government mints of the world and that are tried, true, and tested.
And your certifications that come with those gold and silvers, they are say they having a say a signature on them, or how does that work?
Yeah, so because if you go to our website, right, we'll only send you product from those government mints, and so their currency, right? Like if you buy a silver eagle, right, that's the currency of the United States of America. So they back it, and if there's any fraudulent there, we take care of it, but there isn't going to be, and so does the United States government. On the numismatic side, the reason we love numismatic coins, we only do business with NGC and PCGS. They are the two largest and most trusted grading companies in the world. So when you see a vacuum sealed case from NGC and a serial number on a numismatic coin, they are backing it along with the government that issued the coin is backing it as certified 1 ounce of silver, and not only 1 ounce of silver, but a perfect MS-70 coin. And so that's how we do business. We also, on our buyback, just so you know, we buy back more gold and silver right now than anybody in the country. And when you send it back to us, we assay it. We have assay machines in Idaho Falls, Idaho. We assay it. We make sure that it is what it purports to be, and then release the funds back to you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, Susan.
These are great questions. I love how smart you ladies are. Okay, are we done? Or any other questions? Any other ones?
I have a question, Dr. Jewel. Can you hear me? This is Joyce Fountain in Houston.
Yeah, I can. Go ahead, lady.
Hi. Question for Mr. Josh. I've been looking into investing in the metals, and as she was saying, you know, thank God that he's bringing it to us in this club. Thank you, Jesus. My question is, the U.S. government, with their savings bonds, they have a safekeeping program. Do you have a safekeeping program? Because I travel a lot, and I might not be able to have people sign for it right away for me, but do you have that safekeeping program at your company?
Yeah, we have something similar to that, right? It's not exactly
Okay.
the safekeeping program. We allow people to store orders for up to 60 days in our vault.
Okay.
And then you can tell us when you order the product that you want it to be held at our facility, and we'll hold it in our vaults. We don't like to keep it much longer than 60 days, only because our facility, local facility, isn't a registered depository yet. It's in the process.
Got you.
So anything over 60 days, we like to follow all the government regulation, and so we then want to ship it to you or a depository. But give us 9 more months, and we'll be fully registered.
Mr. Josh, I worked for the government 25 years, so trust me about regulations. I'm retired Navy Senior Chief, so trust me when I tell you.
You know.
I know.
Yeah,
Thank
so we can hold it for 60 days.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, great, ladies. So we're going to send out the links for those of you, if you're interested in signing up, get on the website get on the website and just say, or Camille, let me know how you want for them to get the information for those that are ready to sign up. Mille. I don't know if you want them to email the website or if you want us to just send out the link. Okay. I don't know. Maybe Mill had to jump out. So if you think you're interested in your autosave setup, you put it in chat. And I know this is being recorded. All right, wonderful. I think that's all I have, ladies. Ashia or Camille, do you have anything else before we go?
No, ma'am, we're good to go.
All right, great. Do we know how we're getting the information to them? I guess we're going to send it out to them. All right, Nadine.
Yes,
She's
so we're going to
interested in getting
send them
started.
the recording of the webinar along with the information in email and in the chat. And then Josh did put your link in the chat earlier,
That was okay. He put the link in the chat.
/Jewel T.
Okay, great. Awesome, awesome. All right, great. Thanks, ladies. Love you all. Josh, I appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much. Let's get this our gold and silver collection, Millionaires collection going. Okay. All right. Have a good night. God bless.
Thank you.